As the Gambia reels from the impact of damaging flash floods and devastating windstorms that have left many families in hinterland without a home. The Gambia Red Cross has secured funding from the International Federation Red Cross and Red Crescent Society to provide emergency support to 400 families with shelter needs. The program manager of the Gambia Red Cross Society, Abdullah Faye, emphasized the importance of the scheme as a direct response to the destruction and damage caused by windstorm and floods.
Since on the 18th of June, I've been in the field to support the windstorm affected families. But we believe that it is important to come and sit together, we discuss and try to tease out the lessons that we have learned to enable us better improve our services. We're going to look at almost 10 to 11 modules, which will be starting tomorrow. But today is basically on discussions. And because one, you have to look at the quality of your service, the timeliness, how you should do the draft application, what are some of the requirements, even in decision making.
A senior communication officer at the International Federation of Red Cross and Red Crescent Society, Sahel Cluster Mustafa Jallo, underscored the organization's role in providing emergency services to the vulnerable.
Our role is to support the National Red Cross and Red Crescent Societies to deliver quality services to vulnerable people affected by disaster and crisis. At the Federation, we will continue to assume the responsibility of supporting National Red Cross and Red Crescent Societies.
A delegation from the Disaster Relief and Emergency Fund Draft for Africa said the lesson learned from the program will help to establish sound policies, analysis, and plans to strengthen disaster preparedness in the National Society with regards to future interventions.
The Lessons Learned workshop is meant to establish the extent at which the draft funding tool of the IFRC was relevant in supporting the National Society in its response, determining the key lessons learned in order to strengthen the preparedness of the National Society with regards to future responses, and identifying learning points for long-term programs which can benefit the National Society. So we are going to be looking at the policies, analysis and planning. We'll be talking about the operational capacity of the National Society, coordination and support services, all in line with the response which was provided by the National Society.
The Secretary General of the Gambia Red Cross Society, Alassane Senghor, highlighted the significance of the program, which he said is meant to discuss the organization's impact on beneficiaries.
The timeliness of our response, the quality of our response, the effectiveness of our response, but also the impact of our response. We'll be using that to learn from the communities themselves who are present here this morning in terms of how much they have collaborated with the Red Cross and how much the Red Cross has done in terms of alleviating their sufferings during this time.
Lamin Dabo, Program Manager, National Disaster Management Agency, also outlined the constant support and life-saving efforts conducted by the Red Cross in helping affected communities recover from the effect of natural disasters. For GRTS News, I am Mariama Diba.